What up, everybody? It's Cream KZK. Gonna hit you with my Madison Square Garden tomorrow night live on Netflix Raw prediction. We are packed for a good one of the biggest and greatest arenas of all time, the Madison Square Garden on Netflix for the Monday Night Raw. Right before we head to a weekend and 2 nights for Las Vegas WrestleMania, following Raw and SmackDown afterwards. Plus, we got Backlash in Tampa, Florida coming up as well. You can check out my playlist with my game streaming updated, including Backlash will be added when Backlash appears as well. And you can check out my page and story for new and return subscribers for this Monday Night Raw edition. W comments for my Raw video, including after all and off air additional information for my before and after thought podcast with pre-KZK. And check out my latest freestyle and rapping videos that are out officially right now as well. Be involved in the conversation. When you follow me on Instagram, whether you watch, whether you like, whether you comment, however you get involved, get a shout out as a token of appreciation to being involved. With that being said, hit you on my Monday Night Raw predictions for tomorrow night. So I predict that Uber Fami is the only man in history out of 20 years has got Brock Lesnar's number. When Brock Lesnar and Uber Fami go one-on-one, it's like watching two muscle bulls, alpha men go at it. Can't wait to see alpha man bulls like Brock Lesnar have a competition like Uber Fami when Brock responds to him tomorrow Raw. And I think the Usos are going to remain tag team champions in the Extreme. Not only can Jey Uso get his anger out, because there'll be no disqualifications and no countouts, anything goes, only a pinfall and submission in the middle of the ring with it being a street fight. He can get his anger out. He can do what he needs to do against Logan Paul and Austin Theory, plus him and Jimmy will remain the tag team champions on top of it, and that's just icing on the cake. So that'll get Jay's anger out and remain the tag team champions, Austin Theory and Logan Paul officially with the Uso street fight tomorrow night. As far as that goes, I think no matter who it's going to be, maybe Kofi Kingston will step up for the Intercontinental Open Challenge against Penta Championship tomorrow night. And I think that Lash and Nia Jax will remain tag team women's champion against Lyra Karen Bailey, who made a statement on SmackDown. This time it'll be Lash and Nia finishing what they started on SmackDown as our women's tag team champions, as them Arsenal, strong, athletic at the end. Tag team women's champion remaining as such. And I think that Roman Reigns had every right to protect him and his family against CM Punk last week. I think with Roman Reigns and CM Punk's history with each other in this World Championship belt on the line, with them still addressing it, still continuing it, it's just got personal for CM Punk and Roman Reigns at this point. And I think that as far as Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky can win this match and she needs to go over to SmackDown, help Rhea out, even up the odds against Jay Clark on her crew, as her championship belt can be on the line at WrestleMania as her tag team partner, as her former tag team partner, and as her friend. I think she needs to help Mommy out over there. As Mommy, I'm sure we'll have her back on Raw if anybody else gets involved, like Liv Morgan with Raquel versus Io tonight. Token appreciation. Then Io can go on SmackDown, help Rhea even up the odds. What happened last SmackDown, or along it's coming SmackDown. Have Team Rio back, possibly against Raquel and Liv on Raw, before Rhea Ripley heads to WrestleMania for the championship belt against Jay Cargill, which means Io Sky can win the singles action match against Raquel. Rhea Ripley can even the odds as Liv gets involved. And then Io can even up the odds on SmackDown with the whole Jade and B-Fay mention thing. On the SmackDown happened last week, and then we can have Team Rio win a match on Raw against Liv and Raquel just for old time's sake on Raw right before WrestleMania. And then on SmackDown, Rhea Ripley will be ready for that championship against Jade as Io Sky will have her back, and maybe we'll get the return of Bianca Belair depending on her injury statuses. And then we're set for a championship belt. One-on-one alpha woman between Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. So that's what I think is going on there with Becky Lynch making her statement for the Intercontinental Women's Championship belt. Maybe we need to see that crazy AJ Lee come out again for the Intercontinental Championship opportunity at WrestleMania, as what happened last week, making a statement Becky Lynch. Maybe we need to see that of AJ Lee, like the old AJ Lee would have done 10 years ago. So with that being said, that is my Raw prediction, his coming SmackDown prediction, and even WrestleMania and even Backlash from statuses. Check out my page and story for new and returning subscribers for this Raw prediction. Check out my WWE Raw comic that will be after Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow video will be available, including my podcast for additional information. And check out my game streaming I just been updating some freestyle American videos you guys can check out as well. With that being said, watch, like, follow, subscribe, add me on Snapchat, hit me up on Instagram so you can be involved in the shout outs in the videos. With that being said, and add me on Snapchat as well so you can see the additional information and just random patient updates that happen. That being said, cream kids get out. Peace.